Hey, good morning, guys. Tush coming at you. Saturday, May 31st. We got about 7 o'clock in the morning. A little chilly out here today. It's only about 62 Fahrenheit this morning. So we'll have to wait for it to warm up a little bit before we continue on with the painting. It's going to be a beautiful day. John Kerry Day. We'll have to move the TR3A out back on the driveway, and we'll move the Sentra over across the street as per usual and get the fan set up. I did bring the doors out. We'll take the hardware off and we'll get those cleaned up a little bit, and those will be ready to go. So that's the plan for today. Top side of the trunk, and we'll work on the doors. Alright guys, we'll give you an update during the day. Just going to give the top of the hood a quick sand down with, if you can see that through the water, 600 grit wet, just to clean it up a little bit. It's been sitting for quite a while, so just want to open up the primer a little bit before I get to painting it. We'll just clean it up. So we're getting pretty close. It's unmasked on the bottom, unmasked pretty well, so I'm happy with that. So we're going to wet sand this and we'll tape up the bottom, and then we're ready to paint. Okay guys, the inside of the doors are sanded down, and I think we'll probably do a tape line here along this seam. So this will be the front side, and everything on the other side of this seam will be the back side. So I think that's how we'll tape them off. Anyway, they've been sanded down and scotch brighted, so they should be good to go. I just gave them a quick wash with a hose, so we got them out here drying, and we'll blast some air into them before we go get ready to paint. And the tricky parts on these will be inside this cavity, and we want to make sure, I don't know if you can see that, probably not, but there's actually some clips that go along the bottom to hold the seal, so we want to make sure that we get some paint down in there. So I think I'll probably end up using my mini gun to get down in there, so we'll have to get that out and set that up. That's about it for now. I don't know how much you can see. The camera's been acting up a little bit. I think I got a little clear coat on the sensor, so it seems to be focusing and not focusing. But anyway, it is what it is. Talk to you later. Thought you'd like to have a look at my hillbilly paper machine. Like that? Pretty fancy, eh? So on the plus side, I think I'll be much better at wrapping Christmas presents now. Anyway, first door's taped off, and we'll move on to the second door. Okay guys, just coming up to 11 o'clock, and the trunk lid and the interior of the doors are ready to go. It takes a while actually to do all the prep to get these things going. You know, by the time you re-sand, I've had to re-prime a couple little areas, the self-etching primer. You know, by the time you sand it, clean it, tape it, clean it again, it takes a little while, at least at the speed I work. So anyway, they're all ready to go, and we'll just mix up some color and we'll start to spray. We'll probably do 3 coats of base, probably on the doors and on the trunk lid. Again, the tough spots will be down in this area. So I've got my little mini gun ready to go, and we'll use that to get in those tight areas. Alright guys, we'll come back in a little while. Hey guys, base coat's done on both the trunk lid and the doors. And this panel sprayed really well. Very, very little dirt on it at all. So I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously it's a smaller panel, but yeah, I don't see any dirt on that one. And the doors are the doors, so they're a little rough on the inside, some runs, but I don't really care. That's all covered with a panel anyway. I was really just trying to get some paint down into the recesses of the doors. So anyway, as long as the outside is looking good, which is looking good, we're in good shape. So we're on to clear now. I'll give you a shot afterwards. Hey guys, quick update for you. Just coming up on 4 o'clock, and the doors are now done, and they're on their way to being dry. They look okay. I mean, I didn't expect much from the doors. They're a little rough on the inside, and again, pretty much 100% of this door, with the exception of the jambs and the hinge points and the bottom obviously, everything else is covered by a panel or by a capping. So it's not real important that these look good in this area, but as long as this area looks good, and they do look good, the bottoms look good, I'm happy. Hood looks good, or hood trunk looks good. I did get a little, check this little guy out. I don't know if you can see him real well. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get him out. But other than that, it's sprayed pretty good. It looks pretty good. So I'm happy with that. So that's a quick update. Talk to you guys later. Okay, well, we have a little downtime waiting for this thing to dry. We're gonna go and wet sand the hood. So I gotta go to the oven and get it out. Come with me. I was looking for a good place to store it. And I thought, well, may as well throw it in the back of the truck. Bake it a little bit. And there you go. There's my oven. So a quick update, guys. We got the trunk lid drying out in the driveway, and doesn't look too bad. It does have some trash in it, and it does have that little bug that flew right into the damn center of it. I don't know if you can see that or not. Anyway, it looks like he's just on the top. I picked his wings off. There's another little speck there. It doesn't look too deep though, so that's a good thing. Anyway, we're on to, I just wet sanded the hood, and we're down to 2500 grit, and we're gonna get the buffer out, and we're gonna bring that back up. Alright guys, just coming up on 7:15, and I'm tired now. Anyway, the hood is now sanded and it's buffed. And it looks pretty darn good. There's a couple issues with it. I got a little black speck that I can't get out. Right there. Other than that, it's pretty shiny. I managed to buff it again without cutting through the edges. It's a little bit difficult hood to buff, as you can imagine. I know it's hard to get the how it looks because it's white, but it's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So we'll stick that in the house, in the living room, and we'll move on to the next panel. Have a good night, guys.